for today's video, we're going to explain what is triangle and what are the postulates and theorems.
Triangle. Triangle is a closed figure in a plane consisting three segments called sides. Any two sides intersect in exactly one point called a vertex. Triangle can be classified according to its sides, angle, or combination of both. If a triangle has three congruent sides, it's called equilateral triangle. So, this is equilateral triangle with three congruent sides. 1, 2, 3. Exactly 3 congruent sides. A triangle with 2 congruent sides called isosceles triangle. And this is the example of isosceles triangle. 1, 2. Exactly 2 congruent sides. A triangle with no 2 congruent sides called scalene triangle. This is scalene triangle with no 2 congruent sides. So, always remember we have 3 types of triangles: scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. An equilateral has 3 congruent sides, and isosceles triangle has 2 congruent sides, and scalene triangle is with no 2 congruent sides.
Proving triangles congruent. The SSS postulate tests us if three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Second, the side angle side states that if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are congruent to two sides and the included angle of one another triangle, then these two triangles are congruent. The angle side angle, or ASA, states that if two angles and the included side of one triangle are congruent to two angles and the included side of one another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. The angle side, or AAS, states that if two angles and the non-included side of one triangle are congruent to two angles and the non-included side of another triangle, then these two triangles are congruent.
Some individual conditions are hypotenuse leg or HL theorem. The hypotenuse and a leg in a right triangle have the same length as those in another right triangle, and this is the example of hypotenuse leg or HL theorem. Hypotenuse angle theorem. The hypotenuse and an acute angle in one right triangle have the same length and measure respectively as those in the other right triangle. And this is the example of HA theorem.